Hey everybody, the day has finally come, and although Myles is not running perfectly yet, we do have the time. We are going to install the electric cutout. I can't wait. Alright, so what we're looking at doing, we got our little collector there. So I've got a piece of 3-inch tube we might play with. I would like to retain the factory hanger here. That would be kind of nice to do. And what we're going to do, 2.75 diameter. So we'll take a outside diameter. We'll take a 2.75 inside diameter piece of tube. We'll cut that on our slice. If we could do it like right here, would be perfect. And then what I'll do is we'll take a piece of 2.75 inside diameter. We'll cut probably a 2-inch piece of that. Then we'll take a 4-inch piece of 3-inch and put over that, and then clamp both to this, and then we'll have our 3-inch area where we can use a band clamp to assemble everything together. So we'll see how that works. Got to do that first, obviously. So we may undo this portion here and see if I can run. I've got plenty of 3-inch, so we could use. I'm not even sure why there is a bend there, honestly. Anyways, look at that. It looks like you could just go straight. Yeah, we might try that. I could just cut a piece of 3-inch, and we've got plenty of these clamps. We'll see. We'll see. Got some ideas. So might take a little while, but we've got the time to do this today, and then we can hunt down the other issues. But at least while it's running badly, it will sound awesome. And I've got the next thing we'll have to do is figure out a good place to run the wires for that. That part I'm not totally sure on yet. I might actually just drill a little hole up through the heart, the body here, and either use that hatch for the gas tank. It's probably gonna be hard to get to run it into there, or just do a small hole and then just go right inside. But we'll see. We will see. Yeah, there's a big over. It'd have to be right in here. There's a cliff here where it kind of builds up. Got a brace. So yeah. We'll see. Got some different ideas how to do it. Might just run it up the side and figure out the best way to run it inside. I could run along these lines and then wrap it to the door and go through there. But as I said, we'll see. That's going to be the hardest part. The easiest part will be doing this part. So anyways, enough. Time to get to work. It's time to get to work. Alright, so get you here in on the action. We're going to leave like 3 inches here.
Why don't we have indictments from John? He is working it. I'm a believer in Barr. Okay, convince me. I think Barr is battling his own institution.
Will give us a good little line here, and hopefully we can keep it straight. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, so we'll cut this off first. That'll give us something to go with. I haven't even unattached this yet, just so it won't be moving around a lot. I don't have too much room to go up there, so we'll see if we can just kind of angle it and just go right up that way without getting anything in the face. We'll see. Let's see. obviously got the last little bit there. Let's see where it's at. Alright, all through. That sure is a lot easier than the Hexel. That's the way I did the one on my Tahoe. Whew. That was tough. Alright, I think we got a little bit of an angle on it, but that should give us plenty to, yeah, right about 3 inches. A little bit of an angle though, but as you can see, nice and clean. Nice and clean. So we can just take this whole section off and probably need to file that up, clean it up some. So, alright, that's that step. We'll keep you posted. Hello, it's time for the afternoon update, and show you a couple things here. So we got it kind of mocked up here, done pretty well, I think. You know, just taking my time, doing it slow. That's why I wanted to do it today. I knew I had nothing really major to do, and I could just take my time. I figured out we're going to be able to angle it, you know, pretty far where the exhaust outlet should be level with the frame. So nothing dragging, nothing hanging, but it should be able to you know, get it down to the ground. I thought I was going to have to angle it farther towards the drive shaft, but thankfully we can keep it away from that, so that's good. Then run the wires along here. So what we did was I cut the flange off of this angle right here that we had attached to that piece of pipe, and just watching the angles here, I was this piece of tubing already had a decent angle on that. Let me see if I can. I wanted to show you how I had this set up. Oh, there we go. Good, good. So yeah, there we go. So just kind of made my marks here, and I really need to learn how to weld. I think that's something that's in my future, because I mean, look at, I really enjoy this fabricating and getting everything lined up just so, you know, everything's kind of loose still. But I mean, look at that angle on that, and then just being able to get it, use the band clamps and get it nice and tight. Because, you know, one reason why they have those angles is just because of the pitch and making sure it clears here, which so far we're doing good. You know, it's showing kind of low, but you know, we've got plenty of room up in here. So that ended up being, we cut the flange off of that piece, and then I only needed 14 inches of the tube. And this tube I originally bought when I was doing the exhaust on, I put a MagnaFlow in my Tahoe way back when, and I made a video of that. But before we ever started doing videos, that was probably 2000 and late 2015, I think, before I got the Firebird. And you know, I thought about trying to do a video, but it just never really came about. But matched up a decent angle here, so all 3-inch tubes, so 3-inch band clamps works good. We had a reducer here, so I just need to clamp this 2 3/4 outside to our original, and then we're all set there. See, that's nice and tight. So clamp this down, should have it sealed, and I gotta keep my the original band like I wanted there. And so yeah, I think it's going to work out really well, and that should give us enough, you know, that'll give us a good movement. Instead of having to modify this part, then all this can move together, which I think is going to work out really good. So, and it'll still be easy, you know, when we have to work on stuff, just to detach it and go from there. So, but now it's time for lunch, then I can button this up and of course give you a start of it. But happy with it so far. I thought I was going to have to use this, and it's nice to have on hand, but I knew that wasn't going to be a good long-term fix. So kind of felt, you know, I was nervous about cutting off this flange. I'm like, oh no, I can't weld it back on. But we got our angles matched up good, so it's going to work out real nice. So can't wait to get it on there. It'll be a nice clean finish, you know, other than the clunky clamps. That's a lot of clamps for a 3 foot of pipe, but until we learn how to do you know, Mitchell, you know, Stapleton 42 style, welding, this is as good as it gets. As long as it's sealed and hangs together tight, we should be fine. So, all right, so we're ready for the first start. We haven't run our wire yet, but I've got ideas how to get that done. So here's our monstrosity of clamps. Got our 3 inches there. Everything looks pretty sealed. This one's got a couple little gaps. Try to line it up the best I can. But there it is. So see, it doesn't come out too far, but we should help with the volume. Looks pretty solid. So, and that's really why I wanted to keep this mount here, was to give us that good good solid mount in between, because this is a lot of pipe and that is pretty heavy. So it's good to have that all lined up. So we got our little wire run here. I'm gonna give it a try. We'll see what it sounds like. I can't wait. What do you think, Bear? Bear's a little scientist guy going today, but he's still, yeah, he's still excited to let you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I cannot wait. I don't even have really a pre-idea what this is going to sound like, but I know it's going to sound wonderful.
Well, you know,
more than likely.
we put it together so quick, we never actually started it.
Yeah.
Without the exhaust.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bolted on there. So
yeah. So
now I feel just behave and run.
Yep. It sounds like a pro street.
How's that sound?
Doesn't it sound like a pro street?
Yeah. So that's nice having the adjustment.
Wow, that is awesome.
It's closed.
Okay. All the way closed. Slightly open. It sounds like a pro street idling. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Alrighty. Oh boy.
Right after that.
It's beautiful. That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, you gotta love cutouts. I do.
That is solid.
Imagine if we ran some more gas through it. It'd be smelling awesome. Wow.
That's crazy. You can really hear that cam now.
Man,
So,
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That is cool. I like that. And it's nice having the adjustment.
Oh man, that's cool.
That's just a baby cam.
Yeah, just a baby one too. Yeah. Oh man, that sounds awesome, guys.
All right, we'll go to
Fifth.
That's just a little bit. Close.
Closed.
Just, you can still hear it a little bit.
So let's click open. You know that it's amazing when the Amazon guy comes up to you and says that sounds awesome. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Now we'll just see how loud it is inside.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
That could be exciting.
Yeah.
So now we got to run our line and we'll go from there.
Cool. cool. Nice. Yep, so you gotta get rid of the leaks and stuff, but other than
That might be about it, because I mean, there's only... I mean, that doesn't sound too bad there.
Sounds like there's a little bit, so...
Yeah, because the butterfly doesn't totally close off everything.
Okay,
There's still a little bit.
The majority of it, yeah. So there's a little extra exhaust then.
It's still a hole.
Yeah.
So it's just a metal seal, but it's not perfect compared to...
So that means that it's actually exhausting a little bit more than normal too. So okay.
There's a little bit, but that's
okay. So wow. Alrighty. That's cool, guys. So that's going to be fun.
Just enough, or if it's too much.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
That's
gonna be cool.
I think I got started about 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we just gotta run the wire now.
Yeah.
And what I think I'm going to do is run it up along the frame rail. Excuse me. Run up the frame rail, and then over here by this grommet.
Yep.
I'm gonna run it up by the firewall.
Oh, okay.
And then inside that fender well, and right into this boot, and straight
run it
across.
through. Nice.
And I think that'll be a nice, clean.
Yeah.
Just looking at the way the wires were done with the truck for the strobe lights.
Yeah.
That's the same way David did it. So
cool.
I think that'll be safe.
All right. We
don't have to drill any holes in the floor or run it through the carpet, and it'll be easy to fix. So, and plus there's some AC lines and coolant lines that we can
run
zip
along
tie
there
it
too.
to,
Okay.
and keep it well out of the way of the exhaust
Cool.
heat. So, and out of rainwater too.
Happy.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All
Nice.
right.
Alrighty. Well,
Cool.
we'll get Todd back
Back
to
to
it.
the rest of the fun. Hey everybody, in Myles, got the cutout on. Doesn't sound too bad inside. I mainly want to turn this on real quick because this orange the Sebring orange C8 that lives in our neighborhood is driving by, or not in our neighborhood, but our town. There he goes. Got our local policeman there. But yeah, we've got it open about halfway, and it is loud. It is loud, but this is you know, inside voice is not too bad. So, but once we really get onto it, it's nice and clean, and you know, got a little bit of vibration inside here, but just trying to clean the math, and I went ahead and put some oil on the filter, because I think that filter was supposed to be oiled and I never did. So I'm theorizing maybe I'm getting too much before I go hunting down the wires. There we go. Before I go hunting down the wires, do that part first. Pretty clean sounding. Up to 70 already. It's really not that noisy. There's not a lot of vibration. I'm kind of surprised. It's a weird sensation of sound, but yeah, it's just cruising along here. We're at right under 2,000 RPM, 62 miles an hour, and that's as much noise. You can actually talk over it to a degree, so it's kind of interesting. And that's halfway open. It's got 2 clicks to it. Actually, I think there's 3. Each click gives you about 15 degrees open on the butterfly. I'm kind of wondering. We'll see how it drives. But I'm kind of wondering if it just had too much back pressure. I doubt it, but. Definitely noisy. It seems louder, honestly, with the windows down. So, but I mean, it is blaring right out that way. See how this sounds. So, not too bad. But first impressions. See how well it stays together. Cruising along, just happy. But I had the most time today to get that done, and that took, we're about 3:30 now, and I'm just driving it, got everything buttoned up, got the wire where I wanted it. So I mean, that's as much as you see right there. So I just routed it through on the right side, not the coolant tubes, but AC and everything running from the HVAC, and ran it that way. So, and then ran it up through the door, underneath the glove box, and then right up in here. So nice, clean, nice and tight. So just to make it, you know, look good. Didn't have to drill any holes. So kind of a neat idea. It's definitely got an interesting sound to it. A lot beefier than before. I think I got everything dialed in pretty good. My ears, a little bit of ring there. Not sure what we're doing here. Okay. Guess they take the 25 miles an hour very seriously. So why they do that, let's go ahead and see if I can find the remote here. Where to put it? Alright, so you got your, oh, a lot of airplanes today. Alright, so I got the lock. That's one. Alright, so there it's closed. So, and still, you know, it's got a little bit more rumble to it. I'm gonna open it up one and see how that does. A little bit more noise to it. I'll pull over to the side just see if I had any codes that popped up. That is what's really nice about the Aeroforce. I can't talk! Aeroforce gauge here. That is really handy. I'll get it off over here to the side and give it a try. But I think I probably got about 130 bucks in the whole kit and caboodle. So I don't think that's too bad compared to what a full exhaust system is. And, you know, plus you've got your, you know, your choices of, you know, how loud he can be, which, you know, depending on who you are, what you like, that's a nice thing. But this way, you know, it's pointed more, you know, towards right out the side, so